Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome to what's today? Thursday. Thursday morning. Just getting started here. A few things looks like they're moving this morning, which is cool. So let me get started here. Let me jump into the private group, get those guys up and running with the morning post, and then we'll come back and we will adjust some charts, clean up some things, check on a few things, and then we'll go from there. Got that posted in the morning group. In the morning group. Got that morning post posted in the private group. Sorry about that. Gosh. Now let's go over some charting. So we got SPY pulled up here on the main chart. Really, I know we were watching this pink line here yesterday. $20.80. Let's go ahead and just clean this up a little bit. Kill that one. Kill that one. I think we had that one there. That one there. Now we got to decide if we want to roll this one over into a support. I believe so. No new all-time high there, so we're good. So SPY is clean, and let's go ahead while we're here. Let's do a PM low. God, sorry guys, I feel like I'm getting sick. 622.81 there. Looks like we just popped PM high. But I want to give that just a tad bit more time to work. Right after bell, we can come back and chart that PM high. Now let's click over to video. As you can tell, we had a new all-time high on NVIDIA. So we will adjust that. 713.19. Yep. Lock that in. That's really about it. Google could pop here at Bell if it does over the support resistance lines here. That could be something interesting to watch. It's trended pretty sideways for a while. Two bigger drops. I don't know. Once this comes down, it could push it. Or, like I said, if we break it, then we could see it pop. This one's trying to squeeze here. Same thing with NVIDIA, between here and here. SPY dropping back, though, going into bell. Look for a bounce around this area. Same with IWM. But hey, we can't trade options for another 12 minutes, so. Take this time, guys. Make sure you check your accounts. See what your buying power is, what you can and cannot get into. That is very important. today, I don't think we have anything on the economic calendar. I'll pull that up real quick. Oh, okay. We had jobless at 8:30. Retail sales. Philadelphia manufacturing survey. Business inventories at 10, along with home builder confidence. Could move a little bit around 10. Some Fed speakers. That's about it. So we'll keep that in mind at 10 o'clock. Getting there, guys. SPY about to lose its support. This is Pepsi. Off ER. News, it looks like. So keep an eye on that one. Nice bounce there on SPY. Apple dropping back. Here's that little pop there on Google I was watching. Watching for. But we're still 5 minutes out, guys, so. Minute and a half, guys. Minute and a half. Interesting here on that Google. We came up, we touched that area we were just talking about, and we actually got back down. Looks like a lot of things kind of took a hit here going into Bell, so. NVIDIA, big pullback. We're getting closer and closer to NVIDIA and AMD, filling that gap between each other. So here we go. 10 seconds, guys. And we're live. Markets are open. And big rebound there on Google. See how we broke that moving support and resistance? What happened? Straight up. NVIDIA came down, tested it, bounced a little bit. What happened? Straight down. Even gap down right there. Wow. That's why in the private group we go over what these lines are and how to set them up. Very important. Knowing what indicators to use, how to use them, and support and resistance lines is very lucrative when trading. So let's give the market a little bit of time to see what it wants to do. We will go from there. It just keeps dropping. AMD rejected its resistance. Right there. Quickly retrace that pop on Google. That's why you don't chase, folks. You wait for that setup, you wait for that trend. So NVIDIA is getting that trend, but we're 3 minutes in, so definitely not touching that one. Kind of shocked to see this big push here on IWM. Everything else kind of dropping back. Once again, Just gonna give it some time, guys. No need to rush right in. Google rebounded. Let's go ahead and set up our PM high here on SPY while we got a sec. Kill that. So 625.61 should have been it. Yeah. Quick and easy. Well, we just get that point of reference. 30 minutes in, we'll do our opening range setup. Tesla's moving, losing that area that we were watching. Let's clean up some stuff real quick. Only 8 minutes in, guys. Still, no need to rush. Starting to see a bounce here on SPY off that support. IWM still looking good. Kind of seeing lower volume this morning. Big push there on SPY. Watch it come into this PM high. Google losing that area finally. While you guys are watching, hanging out, few things. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up if you're there on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, make sure you follow us there on Twitch. And both of you guys, if you have any questions, comments, or anything, please post up in that chat. I will be more than happy to answer them. If there's something you want to see, something you want to look at, something that you see I don't, we're all here to help each other. So feel free to post up there in that chat section, and I will be more than happy to help you out. There's the 100-tick chart off IWM. As soon as we hit that very important moving support resistance, I mean, just a nice uptrend. And look, here's that SPY. That's the pre-market high that we were watching. And as you can see, we evenly bounced off of that. PayPal pushing. Nice uptrend forming there. Remember guys, all these here on the left hand side are all 2-minute charts. And we just PT'd on our first trade. Nice. Small little trade for fun, but PT is PT, right guys? Let me get that one pulled up for you. This one here on Tesla, our TSLL, off this downtrend. We took 11.5, we alerted it at 0.5. 14. PT was given as 0.17 for 20%. 20% is 20%, guys. And we also PT'd on this one. So 2 for 2 so far. I alerted this in the private group that we need to watch IWM coming in that 223 level, and it is trying to bounce down now. So if you're in the private group listening to this, don't get greedy, please. We could see a pullback. We got this one at 58. PT on this one's 0.70 for 20%. So 2 for 2. And 17 minutes in, so both risky. This one was alerted as a lotto. The other one was alerted as a fun kind of thing. That big wick down to that actual support there is what saved us on the TSLL. So we'll get those posted for you guys in chat. 1 sec. And like I said, the private group will get these for you guys. Sorry, but they pay for them. But we do offer that 7-day free trial if you want to test it out. See that we are really here to help you guys. And if you would have got in on the free trial yesterday, then both of these you would have got this morning for free. Hold on 1 sec, guys. My dog is wanting in. All right, sorry about that. He was beating at the door. IWM pushing again. There's noise. So there's that one. There's that one. A big push on IWM. Fantastic. And So we were watching that uh, 223 level. This is it there. So if you look, we came up, we hit it, rejected, and then we got that push. As soon as we broke it, that's where that big spike came in. Everything's starting to move here. $23 in. Curious to see what NVIDIA does right here. We're going to hit new all-time highs or what? We quickly bounced. And looks like a new all-time high there on NVIDIA. See what it wants to do now. If we can post over, come back down and retest like we did here on the IWM, and then hold and then bounce up, which will form a base above this all-time high, which means we could definitely see it push today. So we're dropping back. We didn't hold the retest like we were hoping. So that would kind of cancel out that push that we were saying that could happen. But we always look for that retest candle, guys. So this one is trying to retest back, and it looks like it's going to try it again. So yeah, same boat. Here, IWM came down for the retest on that 223 level, and it looks like it broke below. This 223 level, even though we have it on here and we watch it, it doesn't carry a whole lot of weight like these would. My main concern here on this IWM is going to be this peach level. We broke it. And then my next major concern are these two. That's where I really start paying attention. Because once we break this, we could see more to the downside. And retest. I talk a lot about the retest. SPY came down, retested the upper side of this pre-market high. And what are we doing? We're bouncing. We are also getting this peach indicator trying to push up through, so we could definitely see more on SPY. So right now we're almost 30 minutes in, so we're getting ready to set up our opening range on the SPY. We've had some decent movements. We did grab those two trades and took profit on both of them. But right now is kind of going to be key. So that 30-minute mark is usually where things we get through that initial push and things kind of start leveling out or finding a direction. I'm not seeing anything that's just standing out. Still curious what this Nvidia is going to do. Watching this drop here on PayPal, and I haven't really gone through my other tickers that we watch to see. Still watching this one on Pepsi. One of our private group members pointed this one out. So just kind of watch and see what it's going to do off this ER report. Tesla might try to form a downtrend here. Indicators are still looking good to the downside, but we do have the support level. there's that push there on NVIDIA. I bet premium is IVs through the roof on NVIDIA. Actually, not too bad. NVIDIA does trade on the 2.5 strike price intervals. So 172.5 was the last one. 175 is the next strike price. So because we're only trading at 173.64, we're still roughly 2 points from, or 2.5, excuse me, 1.5 from the strike. Premiums are not bad, but still not something I would chase at this point. If you did, I would definitely buy some time on it for next week, and I haven't looked at premiums for next week, but IWM back over that 23 level. So I was saying that's going to be a key area. It looks like we pushed off of it, which is nice. That's where we're getting that uptick there, or that green candle. SPY trying to get over this hump here that we've been seeing, kind of like an intraday resistance level. All right, so let's go ahead and set up our opening range on SPY. Opening range high. Opening range low. And now that we got that charted, you can kind of see where that resistance is coming from here on SPY. We're getting ready to make a new high. There, we just hit new high of day. So just waiting for theta to keep up, so we can make a new high here on our alert. But if we break here and base above that on SPY, I would expect us to push higher. So there we go, new high there on our alert. This is what I was talking about again with a retest. So we came up, we pushed through, we retested down, and then the next candle, what did we do? We broke that 223 level back to our moving support resistance lines. Then the next candle we started out green and we retested it to the upside. We broke back through, came down, retested, and now we're trying to push up. Still bouncing right around on that opening range. Doesn't know what it wants to do there on SPY. Kind of feel like we're in a little bit of a holding pattern. Not sure 224 where it came from. We can kill it though. It shouldn't be there. Sorry about that, guys. But let's go ahead and set our opening range here on IWM just because we're in that trade. I think we're just going to do the upper. No real reason to do the lower when we're pushing like this, but that would give us a good indication. Another level we need to be aware of. Here it is on the 5. So hopefully we can base. We do have some room for consolidation. Like I said, these opening range levels and these even levels don't carry a ton of weight like these would. I'm okay if we break this. I just want to at least respect these, and as these come up and push through, this this area here, that's going to be our key to more upside on that one. But theta is really kicking in. I wouldn't suggest holding runners on IWM, but I can't make you buy, I can't make you sell. All I can do is help with the charting. So but if you guys would, if you're watching here on Twitch, make sure you give us a follow. It really helps us out. That way you know when we go live. And same with YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and give us a thumbs up on today's stream. That would be super helpful on both aspects if you guys would. SPY starting to drop back. Next, we're going to watch this pre-market high. We broke the other two indicators and we could not break that opening range high. Same with IWM right here. Market could easily see more to the downside. With a steady breakdown. Great minds think alike, Chris, if you're listening, bud. You are. Being quiet on chat today. More in the private group, but yeah, I agree, Chris. Market's just kind of doesn't know what it wants to do. Just kind of feels off. That last trade we got in the private group, uh, I don't know. It's going good there for a minute. Now we're starting to see this reversal. Everything else, everything else we have done good on this morning, but now the market's just kind of going sideways. Dude, I'm tired too. I tried to go to bed early last night. It just didn't. I mean, I went to bed a little earlier, but I had to do some social media stuff that I didn't get done during the day yesterday, and it just kind of, oh, can't wait for the weekend. Just kind of sitting here watching, guys. SPY looks like it's wanting more to the downside. It just lost that pre-market high. Starting to gain some momentum. The 624.60 is going to be a harder level though. But yeah, just kind of sitting and watching, guys. I mean, no reason to chase a lot of this action. Setting up so far to be a range bound. I want to see what we do here. And then if we don't bounce here, then this pre-market, this opening range low would be our next key. Some scalp opportunities and stuff, but just no good movement. Still just hanging out, guys. No, no reason to give back what we have taken from the market. Oh, guys. Might be a short day if we get this chop. Let's scan the market here. Let's see if we can come up with anything worth time and effort. So it looks like Bitcoin's trying to make a move, which is why we're seeing this pattern here on a few of the crypto related stocks. Coin is a good one, but premiums are expensive. I like Mara and Riot better? Both are testing that same. I don't know if that would be opening range or what, since we're looking at on the 5. But you can see where we had a clear pullback. So both of these we want to watch and see if we get a continuation. So those will go up on the radar. And that could also be why Hood having that same. A lot of people trade crypto on Robinhood. Don't trade snow a lot, but looks like we had a new all-time high there and we missed the update. Used to trade a lot of snow. I just don't do it a lot now. Chart looks like crap. Wet snow. Yeah. We used to do it quite a bit, especially a few years ago. But I was just looking at something here on Arc. Aries Capital. Jeez. Nothing important, guys. Really not seeing a ton. Kind of keep an eye on these cryptos. So Mara is trading at 10.37 million. Got a pretty decent wall at 2010. Still kind of not doing a whole lot, guys. SPY looks like it's wanting to try to push up. And a few things, but mainly we're range bound today, which is difficult to trade. we did take a loss on one trade. We did really well on two trades, and we just entered another trade that I'm probably going to hold for a little bit just to see, but we're already up on it as well. Nvidia looks like it's wanting to squeeze here into this all-time high. But honestly, not a whole lot going on, really. Just a kind of boring range-bound day. That's what I keep saying this. I can't predict the day. I can't speed it up. I can't slow it down. Some days, trading is just sitting and watching. Some days it's wide open, going as fast as we can. And then the other days we just sit here and hope something cool and interesting happens. We're about 2 hours in, so let's watch Bitcoin for a few minutes here. And just for reference, I back this one back to the 10-minute. Still just kind of hanging out, guys. Just things are not panning and doing much. More or less a sideways kind of day, especially on the stuff that we trade. No need to chase and force stuff to happen. But if you guys would, give us a thumbs up. Yeah, no, I agree, Mac. Not much going on today at all. We are just kind of twiddling our thumbs and gosh, there's just no reason to chase this action, dude. Stuff is just going sideways. Like I said, we're in one trade. We were $1 from hitting our PT, and it's dropping back. The chart still looks good on it and everything, but oh man. Hey Mac, if you're still around, are you in our private group, or you just stopping by there on Twitch? Did I lose you, Mac? But anyways, if you guys, cool, cool, man. How long you been trading for? Do you trade stocks and options, or what all do you trade? We just focus on options. The ROI on options is just much better. But hey, if you've been hanging out with us for like 25 minutes or so, gotta make sure you follow. All right, cool tech stocks. Nothing wrong with that. That's what I teach the guys in the private group is, find a sector or a few stocks that you like and focus on that. Don't. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Um, don't focus on the big picture, the entire market. That is key. Find you some stocks or a sector that you enjoy and focus on that and learn that. You will see that a lot of stocks will have their own personalities and things. So that will definitely help you. Very cool. Well, if there's anything we can do, for you, please let me know. We do have that private group. I'm not a pushy salesman. It's there if you want it. If not, cool. But now that you're following, you can hang out with us every day. Too bad today's a little shitty and we're going sideways, but is what it is. Spy trying to come up into that opening range high. But we are also getting close to this lunch period as well, so like I said, just kind of sitting around twiddling our thumbs for the most part. Yeah, man, check it out. We've really got nothing to hide. I'm an open book. Um, we offer a 7 day free trial on the group. That way you can sign up today, you can sign up tomorrow, you can sign up Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning. Anytime, you still get the same engagement in the private group. Um, it's free trial. So if you like it, great, stick around. We've got guys that's been trading with us for years. Um, and if you don't like it, you cancel. We remove you. No harm, no foul. We stay friends. You get to hang out with me on stream. Pretty simple. We're just trying to build a community of like-minded traders. Real quick though, Spy is trying to push off over that opening range high. So this could set up to something kind of interesting. But yeah, we're just trying to build a community of like-minded traders. Um, our goal is to help teach traders how to be profitable options traders. Um, pretty pretty good group of guys. Some really good traders in there, and I mean that's what we're doing. We're just a big family. Our goal is to see everybody make money and hopefully change their lives for the better. So yeah, check it out. If you got any questions, my email's on there. Um, it's easy. It's the info at SpartanDTGroup.com. That comes directly to me, and I will be more than happy to answer it. Or you can ask questions here. I don't mind. Like I said, I'm an open book, man. I will show you anything, tell you anything. I don't mind one bit. See if we get a retest. So this peach line is coming up. I want to see it break this opening range high. Um, and then we could possibly see SPY push. But as you see that we had some resistance on that today, but now we're over. So as long as we can base over, we could definitely see a push here on SPY. Might look at that 627 call. I'm going to change this Bitcoin back to a 2-minute just to get a better picture of what it's doing. Apple over key level there. Which that should definitely hold some weight. I feel like SPY is going to base over this resistance support line, that opening range high. But I'm not sure if we're going to get a good push off of it or not. Yeah, Mac, patience is key right now, dude. Just sitting and waiting and watching. Jeez. I am surprised that we did break out of this opening range, though. I didn't think we were going to. When we came here and we started forming that new uptrend, I knew we were going to come back into this level, but I really thought we were going to bounce down. So we are, like I said, once again, 2-minute, 5-minute, 2-minute. We are getting that peach line starting to push through this opening range high, which is good. As long as that stays above it, we could continue to push. Same thing here on the 5. Indicators are starting to curl up, which is a positive note. So we might see a little push, but I don't think the SPY's gonna get my money. Come on, Spy. So our peach indicator is now over. We just need it to hold and push. At least it looks like we're trying to base over that. But AMD's trying to drop back. NVIDIA rejected that all-time high level again. Even though we set it earlier here, we're still going to keep that at least through to today so we can watch. Here we go. A little turn up there on SPY. Still not getting the buyers to step in. Buyers and sellers just fighting. We might not base here. We might drop back. There's more sideways junk. There's a little pop. Like it when I'm playing close to the other guys. Even though we're still not trading, when I'm watching something and I'm trying to predict the movement, which I don't. I mean, in some shape, form, or fashion, you've got to. You've got to say, "Hey, this is going up. I want to get in call," or "This is going down. I want to get in a put." But when I get it right, and my charting says that this is going to push, and then it does, kind of like what we were watching here, that's a small win. While we're kind of hanging out, guys, if you wouldn't mind, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up there if you're on YouTube. I see there's a few of you guys watching on there. That takes literally 2 seconds to click that thumbs up button and really helps out with the stream. And same kind of goes with Twitch. We got a few guys watching on Twitch. Make sure you follow as well. Both of those free, simple, and goes a long way to help us grow our channel and the community we're trying to build. And it's just a easy way to give back. Mac, yeah. So crazy successful trade stories. I don't, try to, talk about myself or anything like that. I mean, I've had some great wins, 2,000-3,000% runners. But I would say one of my most crazy success stories came from somebody I was teaching a few years ago. I've ran private groups for 4 or 5 years now. So, had a lady that lived in Canada. Well, I say lived. I assume she still does. I haven't talked to her in a while. She lives in Canada. Came to us in the private group. Said, "Hey, I know about stocks. I want to learn how to trade stocks, and I want to make some money." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do it." So taught her how to buy and sell stocks. Back in the day, we were doing. Now in our private group, it's pretty much 100% options. Just the ORI on options is phenomenal. It's hard not to. Back in the day, we had a section for stocks. We had a section for options. We had a section for crypto. So she came to us and she focused on the stocks, and we taught her how to buy stocks. We were doing a lot of penny stocks, pump and dump, stuff like that. She started understanding it. Then she started noticing, hey, the options portion of the group was really, making some money. Why am I trading stocks and making 5-10% on a stock when you guys are doing 100-200% on an option? Makes no sense. So she was like, teach me options. Okay, cool. So do you know what options are? No, I have no idea other than they make money. So, okay, set her down, said, this is what a call is, this is what a put is, and taught her how to trade options, start to finish, everything she needs to know to be a profitable options trader. So like I said, she's in Canada, and I've never been to Canada. Everything is so spread out up in Canada, and she goes to take her 2 sons to the dentist one day, right? She says it's about 2.5 hours to the dentist. So to take her 2 sons to the dentist, it is an all-day affair. You're talking almost 5 hours of drive time. So she drives all the way to the dentist with her 2 sons. She's sitting in the dentist's office, whatever, and she is trading on her phone. So now she knows how to trade options. This day we have one of those crazy SPY days where it just goes and goes and goes. This was 3-4 years ago. It was before you were trading, Mac. So back in the day, we seen good constant movement from SPY. That push from 4 to 500, and then that 500 to 600 range. It wouldn't be uncommon to have a little bit of chop in the morning, and then it get direction, and then we run 10 points in a day. So she went all in on some SPY calls, and she ended up making enough money sitting in the dentist office while her son was getting their teeth cleaned. She ended up making $164,000 that day on SPY calls, and she was able to pay her house off. She sent me, a big long message, and she was saying she was in tears. She was so thankful. She was able to pay off her house and pay off some debt. She made more in a day than her husband, because she was a stay-at-home mom, and she was just doing this as a side gig. She ended up making more money in a day than her husband did in a year, working 40 plus hours a week. So she ended up paying off her house in a day and stuff, and she stuck around for a while. But of course, like all birds spread their wings and fly, she learned what she needed to, and that was probably one of the best success stories that I've had or we've had from the group. She just killed it, man. So I think that was probably one of the craziest. Came to us, didn't even know how to trade stocks. Taught her how to trade stocks. She learned about options. Taught her how to trade options, and within 9 months, paid off her house. So you can do it. I mean, I don't try to. Yeah, it definitely insane. I'm a realist. You know, you see these young kids on social media saying, "Oh, I'm a day trader. I just bought this $50,000 or $500,000 Lambo and all this stuff," and all that. 90% of that's crap. I mean, it really is. Is there people out there that can do it? Yes. Is most people going to do it? No. And this is one thing we teach with the group is small gains add up to big profits. So we teach you how to grow. We teach you how to concentrate on those small gains, not like that lady in Canada where she paid off her house in a day. Can it happen? Yes, but we don't strive for that. We focus on our profit, we focus on locking that profit, and we focus on having a few contracts if we can for these runners so we can make some money. But it's a grind, and I'm not gonna say it's not. But I mean, you've been trading for 2 years, you know that. But yeah, that's probably the craziest success story. Then we've had members, um, make some awesome money. I've had one member, he really concentrated on Tesla. He would only trade Tesla. We would trade Tesla a lot back in the day. Now with the group, I try to focus on $100 or less a contract. Sometimes we'll pay 130, 150, but really no more than that. Back in the day, we were just trading everything that moved. So a lot of people had to sit and watch. This guy had a bigger contract, excuse me, bigger portfolio with a bigger buying power, and he would do 1.5 to 2 million a year just on Tesla. But he was a good trader. He came to us knowing how to trade options and stuff. So that was kind of cool seeing him pull in some big numbers. But as we're talking, that SPY starting to push up. I like I said, I don't know if I would play it. If I did, of course, it would be the 627C. 627C. We're at about $60, but I have a feeling if we keep without making some big moves, Theta is going to eat that one alive. Caught that Tesla train from 280 to 470 and went for that push to 500. Okay, cool. So was that? But you said you have only been trading 2 years. I don't remember when the Tesla split was. That was after the split, right? Let's see. Okay, so you got this movement. That's probably what you were talking about back in into 04 or 04, Jesus. End of 24. Yeah. Okay. I don't remember exactly when Tesla split. We can look it up. think it was a 3-to-1 split. Yeah, August 25th of 22. Prior to the split, I want to say we were trading 1,100-1,200 a share. And I remember after the split, we first dropped back, and at one point we were $100 a share or less, and people thought it was going to go bankrupt and go, keep dropping. And I was like, dude, there's no way. Yeah, Tesla's a good one. Look, I could have been wrong on that SPY. Yeah, what did I say a minute ago? That SPY was, yeah, SPY going for it again. That SPY 627C was $60. Now we're at 72. Looks like Nvidia just hit new all-time highs as well on this push. Let's go back and look at the IWM, if anybody's still in that. New highs there. And looks like we just PT'd on the trade, guys. I was talking so a little late on this one. It was a riskier trade, but it, of course, was SPY. And we got in this one at 72. PT on this one was 86 for 20%. Also alerted a 10% PT on that one for those guys that wanted it. Because like I said, that was definitely a risky trade. Yeah, SPYs came a long way in 2 years. I remember when it was quite a bit lower than that. And then, of course, you had all the internet trolls and all that saying that it was going to drop and recession was coming and like, whatever, guys. Big push there on Bitcoin. Let me drop that to the 5 minute so we can. Big push. Nice. Um, if you guys are following us there on Twitch, make sure you follow. And if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel and give us that thumbs up. We're new to the streaming. We've been trading for a long time. Dang, look at this pullback on Tesla. Our members have wanted me to live stream trading for a while. So a couple weeks ago, I finally bit the bullet and, of course, now doing it. So I'm just trying to grow the channel. So if you don't mind, give us that follow, give us that thumbs up, subscribe. Really goes a long way to help, and it's free. So it's a great way to give back to the group. SPY trying to level out. A little bit of room for consolidation. It's one reason I was hesitant on taking that call. And I didn't really wait, but I kind of did. I was trying to get closer to the 627 to grab that call. I got to talking and was late to the party, but I ended up getting it when it was at 626, 94, 96 range. So we were right at the money. But I don't expect this to push far. So as you can see, I mean, where are you dropping back? We're under entry now, so I definitely wouldn't hold runners or try for a long setup on that one. Still riding the support on SPY. Thought we were going to break it here, but trying to push back. So this is your reprieve. If you're still in that, you can exit green if you want, or keep holding. Like I said earlier, I can't make you buy and I can't make you sell. That's completely up to you. But I'm not in SPY calls anymore. So we are still respecting this moving support since we're over its support, um, which is allowing that SPY to slowly push up. But you also got to think 0 DTE trade, we're fighting theta as well. So, like I said, I'm not in the trade. You guys could be though. That IWM though, pushing again. Big pop there on Apple. You know what, guys? This SPY might just grind its way up a little bit. This is where we were watching. We got that nice bounce here. That opening range high gave us that resistance, but I mean, we pushed over, came back, retested, and then on that retest, we've just had a good bounce. Much better than I thought because of all this sideways junk we had this morning, but just got to make sure you're overcoming that theta. But this push here on Apple can definitely help us out here. $12 guys, lunchtime. And it looks like we just PT'd on another trade, guys. Actually, no, we did not. Thought we did. We're getting there. Looking at something else. I will not alert that one yet. SPY still pushing a little bit off of that. Made a new high there. But that apple is definitely helping it. Alright guys, I'm probably gonna jump off of here a little after 12. Still gonna keep riding this one. All in all, slow day, good day. I mean, we've had some good trades. We made some money. Green day, so that's all that matters. But it's getting late. I'm getting hungry, so probably gonna jump off here and then do some back end stuff with the group and some social media stuff and some other non-charting work stuff. So appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate all the new subscribers and followers. Thank you for the thumbs up there on YouTube. Figured we'd have some more of those, but hey, it is what it is. I'll take what I can get. But yeah, if you would, make sure you check out the website, www.SpartanDTGroup.com. 7-day free trial and everything. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow morning for Friday. Close out the week strong. We will go from there. The SPY keeps pushing. If you're in this trade, just please make sure you're managing it. Don't get greedy. We're coming into new all-time highs here at 627.99 on SPY. So it could go south here quickly. So just make sure you're locking in profits, guys. That's the name of the game. They're not yours until you sell and secure that profit. So anyway, have a great night, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Appreciate all the chat, the new follows, and